Welcome to Zambia Freelancers, where we highlight stories of people who have done great things around the areas of expertise. And today, I have a pleasure of hosting someone who I've known for a while now. She will do the honors of introducing herself, and we'll kick right into it.
Thank you so much, Duncan, for hosting me. My full names are Lisa Sitali, and I'm an economist with a sales professional background. I'm very happy to be on this show because I've seen, I have listened to it before, and I've been inspired by different stories that I've seen how people have managed to navigate failures and to reach at the point which they are in their life now.
So thank you very much for your intro, and I'm sure people are ready to hear your story as well, and they might as well just be inspired by your journey as well. So
Yeah.
just tell us a little bit about your journey, the beginning of your journey, how you've navigated from your economic career to a sales career now.
Yeah. So basically, my journey into sales, it began 3 years ago when I first ventured into the world of sales in a whole different sector. And this sector, this is engine oils and lubricants. During that time, I managed to hone my skills in understanding customer needs, building relationships, and creating value through effective sales and strategies. However, my real passion emerged when I discovered the oil and lubricants industry. For me, it was a unique space where technical expertise and customer-focused sales strategies could be combined. The transition was a natural progression for me. After 3 years of sales experience, I wanted to dive deeper into an industry that had significant global impact and where I could make a real difference by offering value-driven solutions. So for me, it's been a journey from an economic background and going into sales, because when you look at sales and economics, someone would say they're not interrelated, but really they are related.
Exactly. So just while you're at it, in my mind, I'm like, how did you just mix up the two? Yeah, while you're at it.
Huh?
Yeah, how did you manage to go from an economic setup or background to a sales background? Is it that you've had a little bit of some training in the sales, or you just quickly or just navigated into sales?
No, I didn't. I didn't even have a training. But when you look about economics, we are looking at economy as a whole. In economics, there is what we call microeconomics, and there's what we call macroeconomics. So how sales and economics relate is that economics has given me a strong foundation in understanding market trends, consumer behavior, pricing strategies, and how external factors like inflation or supply disruptions affect the market. This background of economics, it allows me to see the bigger picture, how global trends, regional shifts, or changes in consumer sentiment influence purchasing decisions for clients. For example, if you want to understand the demand fluctuations, it enables me to tailor my value proposition to a consumer's needs, which is very important in value selling. I don't just focus on the product, I focus on how my product solves a client's unique problem or meets their specific need. So from the example, you can see that economics and sales, they're interrelated. In economics, it helps one to understand the market trends, understand the inflation, understand consumer behavior, because economics, it helps also with decision making and being able to analyze a situation, not just because there's this, you jump to a solution. Okay, I'll just offer this. No, you analyze the whole. You analyze the whole cycle of the whole consumer. The whole consumer works.
Amazing. So you've given a bit of great examples of how you handle all this. So what do you think are the key skills someone who's in the sales profession should have or should aim to acquire? to be a great salesperson?
So I'm going to talk about the key skills that a salesperson now needs are active listening, empathy, and strong communication. Because over the years, I've honed these skills by constantly interacting with clients, understanding their needs, and tailoring my approach to each situation. So when you talk about active listening, you're not supposed to listen to respond. You need to listen to understand. So if you're selling a product and you are trying to get the person to buy the product, you need to understand their pain points. Other than that, empathy is about you need to put yourself in that person's shoes. So empathy works anywhere where you go. You need to be able to put yourself in the person's shoes. And when you talk about communication is very important, because you find that without clear communication, without understanding means that someone won't be able to communicate, someone won't be able to buy your product. And for me, one of the most crucial skills in sales, I feel it's value selling. Value selling is a method which is about understanding what truly matters to the client, whether it's cost saving, efficiency, or solving a complex challenge. And with value selling, you position your product or a service as the best solution which is available for your client at that point. And with this, you need to apply all the three examples that I've told you. You need to apply active listening, empathy, and the ability to ask the right questions. Because if you're able to ask the right questions, Duncan, it's like if you ask me a question, if you ask me the wrong questions, I won't be interested in whatever you're talking about. But if you know what kind of answer you request from me, you're going to ask the right question.
Wow,
you see?
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. So,
and
yeah, you can just keep on before I
just to add on that, and also with sales, you need to be able to build a rapport with your clients, building relationships and understanding the pain points of each client that you have. Because you find that for example, you're selling a phone. If you're selling a phone, you're going to find different clients. For some, they want the phone just for the WhatsApp. For some, they want the phone because they want to have Zoom, they want to be having meetings. It's all different reasons. That's why you need to ask the right questions. I'm asking, like, Duncan, why do you really need this phone? So for me to be able to sell you a phone, I need to know why you need the phone. Why and what phone would be okay for you? Is it an iPhone? Is it a Samsung? Is it an itel? Other than that, I need to find out the specifics, the real pain points of you wanting a phone.
Amazing. Yeah. You have really, really given us a whole crackdown of everything today. It's amazing. So I'm going to my next question, because it's in connection with the previous question, and it will be easier to navigate to it. So, how do you break barriers of rejection in sales? Because I understand sales is not an easy venture. So you see, I've seen how. I'll give you an example here, a practical example. If I'm going into town, I've met a couple of people trying to hand me something or trying to sell something at me, and I easily get turned off. But I don't know how you navigate around, how someone in sales can navigate around rejection, or just how to handle it. You know what I mean? Because I believe not everyone will buy what you're selling, right? Yeah. So how does someone in sales navigate rejection and just difficult moments? Or how they say, while you're at it, you can also tell us how you've handled difficult moments in your career in sales. Yeah.
Sales can be very tough, and rejection is something that we all can't run away, because with rejection, it comes when you're job searching. It comes even just asking for money from your parents.
Yeah.
And one thing I like about sales is that we look at sales as if it's just this tiny segment, but no, sales is an everyday part of our lives. Because Duncan, if you from the simplest term will be, if you want to ask your friend to try out a new restaurant, already you're selling. They don't know about the restaurant. You need to convince them to go with you to that restaurant, to go and spend their money, you see. So when someone talks about sales, we always look at it from maybe the sales agents, the consultants, but it's a whole field, like every day of your life, you're selling. And this, you're selling yourself. Even at work, you're selling yourself because you find that you're trying to maybe get a promotion or just be good to get the awards at work. That's selling. So sales, it is a tough field, and rejection is a constant. One of my most difficult moments in my career was early on when I was tasked with convincing a skeptical client who had a very strong loyalty to a competitor. You know that those clients who are brand loyal.
Yeah, yeah.
No matter how much you say, no, you need to use a Samsung, like, no, I just need an iPhone. Brand loyal. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I focused on selling intently to their concerns and carefully crafted a solution that truly aligned with their needs. So when I talk about this, it comes back to what I discussed earlier: value selling and active listening. So I was able to find out what exactly was their concern. Why exactly did he want just that product? And from there, I positioned my product not just as an alternative, but as a strategic advantage for their business. And this is where value selling became critical. I showed them how my solution would not only save costs, but also improve operational efficiency. It took several conversations, of course, and I can't lie, and a deep understanding of their business goals. But eventually, it turned into a long-term partner, which was really good. And this, over the year, actually, they even became one of my big clients, the account that I had.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Great story there with how you have navigated through everything. So, what has been your lessons from failure? Can you share a moment where you faced failure, you stayed afloat, and what were valuable lessons from it?
One of my failures was the confidence was low. True. And one thing I've loved, or one thing that has made me have passion in sales, is because it has helped me to have confidence in myself, to be able to sell even myself to anybody or anything that I want. I've had my share of failures, and one that stands out, it's where I wasn't able to close despite putting in effort. And after some time, I realized that I focused too much on pushing a product rather than truly listening and identifying the specific value that the client was seeking. And this failure, it taught me a valuable lesson: value selling, which requires constant re-evaluation. It's not about pushing one size fits all solution. It's about understanding the evolving needs of clients. And after that experience, I shifted my approach to spend more time researching my clients, asking open-ended questions, and focusing on building a solution that was genuinely valuable to them. And I once attended a training in South Africa, and this training was mainly about sales and more of engine oils and lubricants and how to position them on the market. So from this training, what I really depicted was, for someone to be able to sell something, you need to be sold, and this is where the confidence comes in. When you talk about your podcast, you need to be sold on the idea yourself before you even pitch it to someone else to say, no, I have this going on, I have that going on. You need to be sold on that yourself. So, yes, other than that, and during the training, it was more focused on value selling. And this is where active listening, trying to find the pain points, putting yourself in the customer's shoes, finding the real reason why someone would buy your product, or why someone would listen to your product or would put money into your product. Yeah.
So, a bit of this question that's also in line with the questions that I'm about to ask. And it's I know sales is about targets and meeting targets. I mean, obviously you do have targets that you have to meet every month. So
Yeah.
how do you just manage to meet up these demands? I mean, like, obviously sometimes when it's probably hard for you to actually meet those targets, but how do you just balance it up? And how do you keep relationships with general clients?
So generally sales, it's a high pressure field with constant targets to meet and all these numbers that they give. But one thing that I've come up with to balance hitting my numbers while keeping genuine relationships, I have adopted a philosophy of customer-centric selling. I focus on delivering value consistently, which leads to long-term relationships. And like I had mentioned earlier, sales is all about building a rapport with your clients, building long-term relationships whereby they'll come back to buy more goods from you. It's a whole relationship. It's not just about the sale today, it's about the relationship that you build for tomorrow. And one strategy I use is prioritizing my clients based on their needs and potential. And this has ensured me that I'm not just chasing targets, but I'm actively helping my clients grow, which in turn drives success. So when you look at sales like just getting the numbers, getting the money, you're going to be frustrated. But when you look at sales, because for sales, it's more like solving a solution, coming up with a solution for someone. And that gives me joy. I like helping people. So when I feel like, okay, I'm able to help a business grow to this level. I'm able to help someone find a solution. That's already satisfying. And the numbers, the money is just the bonus.
Amazing. So, what advice would you give to somebody that is an aspiring sales profession? What advice would you give them to navigate through sales? And are there any specific nuggets that you give on a Zambian market wise or international market? Or is it? Yeah, what advice would you give to an aspired?
So to someone who's just starting in sales, my advice would be to focus on value from day one. It's not about being the loudest or being the most persuasive. It's about understanding your client's business and demonstrating how your product or service solves the problem. So when you look at Zambia, the Zambian market, you have to understand the local market dynamics and the specific needs of business is crucial. It's also important to network and learn from others. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and find mentors if you can, because you find that when you ask more questions, that spark, it makes you understand more. So don't be afraid. So you always have to ask, okay, so I have this kind of client. How can I approach them? How can I talk to them? And the most important thing is that be patient. Sales is the marathon, not a sprint. And the foundation you build early in your career will pay off in the long run. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm sure someone will really get inspired by that advice you give him. So, let's talk about being a woman in sales in Zambia. How has it been? Because I don't know the ratios, but I must believe it's, I don't know, maybe the male outweigh the female in the sector. I don't know. How has it been for you to navigate in this space?
Yeah, it's been challenging, and being a woman in a male-dominated industry has come with its challenges. Because for me, I'm speaking for someone who's coming from engine oils and lubricants industry. These mostly in management and whatnot, you find it's more of male-dominated. But at the same time, it's empowering. I have learned that success in sales comes down to confidence, expertise, and building trust. I believe that women in sales, they can offer unique perspective and solutions. We have a great ability to empathize and communicate effectively, which is a key element of selling. My advice to other women looking to enter into this field would be to embrace those qualities and understand the value of your voice. Keep pushing forward and don't let any barriers stand in your way. Yeah.
Amazing. So, what's the future plan for Lisa? What do we have for the future? Are you gonna stick in the sales, or you are later going to shift into your economics journey? Tell us what you have for the future.
So as I look to the future, I see myself continuing to leverage my skills in sales and economics, but I also want to take on leadership roles where I can mentor others and help them refine their sales strategies. I'm passionate about selling, value selling to be precise, and I hope to help companies not just sell products, but create meaningful connections with their clients. Additionally, I'm interested in expanding my expertise in cross-cultural communication and translation. As you know, I speak Chinese.
Yeah.
And this will allow me to bridge the gap between businesses and clients from diverse backgrounds, and, if possible, further enhancing my ability to deliver value on a global scale.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, what message do you have? What inspirational message do you have for the sales people or the aspiring ones, and a general inspiring message that you give? What would that be?
Yeah, so my message will be, if you're facing challenges in your career, particularly in sales, remember that value selling is about focusing on the client, not just the sale. Success doesn't come from simply meeting targets. It comes from genuinely understanding what your clients need and helping them achieve their goals. Stay adaptable, keep learning, and be persistent. And if you approach your work with integrity and a focus on delivering value, the rewards will follow. And remember, setbacks are simply opportunities to learn and grow.
Wow, amazing. It's been a pleasure hosting you, and I hope this is not the last time that we host each other
so
again.
too.
Yeah, so it's been a pleasure, and wishing you all the success in your career.
Thanks.
Yeah. So thank you for joining in, and to our audience out there, we would love you to tell us what you loved about Lisa's journey, and you can comment, say whatever you wanna say. Maybe we can host a Q&A. Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah. So thank you very much, and hoping to see you on the next podcast.
I want to thank you very much, Duncan, for having me. It's been a pleasure to talk about my career journey, and also I feel like I've inspired one or two people out there, which is really a pleasure for me. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Definitely, and we all know that you might not inspire the whole world, but at least you just need
at least one.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and we've come to an end of our podcast. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.